Correctional officers and other staff at Elgin Middlesex Detention Centre took their lunch hour today to protest and highlight conditions at the jail here and jails across the province. They complain that the jails are overcrowded, understaffed, and that's leading to a spike in violence.
It's time for the stuff to not be hidden anymore. The public needs to know what's going on inside the jails.
There's been a 3-year hiring freeze on correctional officers across the province. They say that's leading to dangerous conditions as the number of inmates inside these institutions soar. Inmates are forced to sleep 3 to cells built for 2. Sometimes on weekends they're sleeping 4 and 5 in cells built for 3.
No one wants to be in a cell with 3, 4, 5 people in there. You have people sleeping on the floor. You can't have a dog housed in that size of area. You'd be fine. The dog would be taken away.
What this means, say the correctional officers, is that when they're short-staffed, they have to lock down these inmates for long periods of time. That leads to increased tension, increased frustration on the part of the inmates, and that leads to an increase in inmate-on-inmate assaults. The correctional officers want Community Safety and Correctional Services Minister Madeleine Meilleur to come to this jail and get a full tour and talk to people here. They'd also like to see a lot more improvement in the monitoring of inmates. The province has promised $5 million in camera gear or camera video surveillance system here, but they haven't agreed to hire more staff to monitor those cameras. The way the jail is built now, guards can only see half the unit they're supervising at any one time because there's walls between the units that are supposed to supervise. That means that at any one time, inmates are left all by themselves with their own devices. Criminal lawyers in town, correctional officers, and inmates all say that leads to a situation where inmates are actually ruling the ranges. They decide who gets the best food, they decide who uses the phone, and they punish people who don't obey the rules with assaults, with basically gang beatings.
The tension's high. It's not a nice environment when you're subject to everyone being disgruntled, and I don't blame the inmates for being disgruntled. I wouldn't want to live in those conditions either.
The correctional officers say this is just a terrible situation to be in. It's been the worst it's ever seen in 10, 20 years, and they want some changes made. For the London Free Press, I'm Randy Richmond.